Hello. I didn't see you all here. This is great. Today we're having a very special occasion. I like to cook with the food that belongs to the land, to the region where I'm eating at the time. And right now I'm guest cook resident at the Darrow School. Make sure you always say the before Darrow School. That's how they say it. Anyway, they provided me some beautiful asparagus, as you can see here, and it's fresh in a kind of a limp way, which is perfect for what we're doing, because today we're making Darrow Bouffe Darrow. Darrow Bouffe Darrow. And I'm going to start by chopping. And I prepped a couple of things for this. If you go to the website, you can find these ingredients in detail, but basically what you'll need today is chopped asparagus. Try to make it look as much as you can like celery. You'll need some kernels of corn, unpopped. This is the kind that the Indians would, what would you say, American Indians would have used. And then also you need a bit of loose change. And most important, this is Darrow Bouffe Darrow. You need some really tenderized, old-aged beef. This has been around for a while. You can always tell by the weight. It's very good. It's very good sound, and that's how we know it's perfect. We'll be mixing in a basting powder for this. As you can see, I've already put the flour, and I just want to add the things to it. We'll be adding some spices. In fact, let's get right to our spices now, shall we? What spices are we using today? Well, the first one thing is going to use this thing called, well, it's unmarked. So I'm not quite sure what it is. It smells like, always check the smell. It's it's quite good. That's all that matters. And so I put some of that in there. And maybe we'd like to go to a pestle. But I'm not going to. So anyway, then we're going to use some red pepper and some curry. Now, turmeric. A lot of people think turmeric is curry. I think it might be. It's just spelled really long and nobody wants to say, is it turmeric? Turmeric? Turmeric, as we say in Scotland, where I'm not from. But anyway, this is turmeric. Turmeric. And I never used to use turmeric, except that my sister hates it. It makes her all rashy. And so I decided to start using it, and she's going to be joining me for dinner tonight. She's bringing that droll of a husband, Daryl, and I think they're going to ask me for some money. So just in case, I'm going to add some turmeric to the basting here, and it will work with the skin and the fur of the cow to create a nice soft texture, which will turn her rashy, which is the point of this, isn't it? And then we like to add red pepper. Why? Because it's colorful. Color is good. Color, as we know now in nutrition, color helps break down some of the fatty tissues. As you can see with me, I've been using color for a long time, and it's really been to my advantage. You can do the same. And it breaks it down and it metabolizes your body. So use color. That's what I do all the time. Now, and then you just pour some of the ingredients. We're going to use the kernels of corn, and you should get a nice clinging sound. Just like that. It's a little bit like when you play the tables at a casino. It's that sound that you want. And then we're going to add a little bit of the asparagus / celery for those who don't have asparagus. We're going to move that in like that. And then a little bit of the loose change. I'd say maybe 35, 45 cents. If you add a little bit, if you go to 75 cents, that's fine. Just make sure that you trim off some of the excess money when you're about to serve it. You don't want those extra pennies ruining the taste, do you? No. All right, and then you just sift it like this, and you know, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that everything's well mixed together, but not over mixed. And so you just hold it up like this, and So now it's time to actually prepare the bouffe. So you take your knife and you start working it. And you know what? I think we need to add a little bit. Let's see what I have over here. Okay. I'm going to, you can't say this is a secret ingredient. It's in my family. I can't really show it to you. All right. It's the end of the asparagus. We're going to add it. Oh, this is so good. I can tell it's working really well. We now have boeuf package. This is boeuf package. It's very hard to get. If you chop it too much, you will not get the package. You'll just get the boeuf. And this way you have the boeuf package, and it gives you all kinds of instructions as well. This is what you're looking for when you're trying to make darreau boeuf darreau. All right, now we have to reach up, and I'm going to go out of frame a little bit, but the producer said it's quite all right. And I'm going to find the right pan. Having the right pan. Oh, I can't say enough about that. There is nothing like working and not having the right pan. I happen to have exactly the right pan for this job. How can you tell? Because you should be able to swish it around and it won't fall off. Let me show you one that's not right for this. I would not use the 7-inch oval, because if I try to swish it around, it falls off. Now you know, this is the secret. No one said this in The Joy of Cooking. Nobody mentioned the whole thing about swishing it around, and that's why my boeuf never really cooked right, but now I know. I have the oven ready, and we're going to go ahead and bake it. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, the whole idea was to baste it, yes? All you do is you take the basting, put it on top. Remember, you want to leave the package, that is part of the flavor. Oh, I see some nice quarters going on there. That's going to add a nice amount of flavor. I'm even going to let the penny sit on the side. It will make sense later, don't worry about it. In the oven, set the timer, and we're ready to go. What do you do in the meantime? Well, nothing really. I wait for my children to call. They usually do. They'll call. Usually about now, they call. Damn. Cooks find themselves alone in the kitchen a lot, preparing meals for their family, getting no respect for it, I might add. Can we talk about this? I think we should talk about this. This is what cooking is all about, really, isn't it? And you know, when my kids don't show up, I just eat the food in the kitchen. That way it stays fresh, I have to replenish it, and it reminds me of what flavors are out there. So, my daughter is going to call at some point. Well, until she does, I'm going to keep working in the kitchen. That's what I do. This is too emotional for me. Can we cut and go to another segment? Do I have to keep doing this in front of the world?
It's gonna be okay, okay? It'll be okay.
Get out of the frame! He's always in the frame, isn't he? God, what is it? Do I come around and break your camera? No, why do you come in and break this scene? This is an emotional moment. Jesus Christ. I hate cooking. I hate it. It's just everywhere. You can never clean it up. It's so bad. It's ready. This is the best part about cooking. How does it come out? Don't have too high of expectation. Be ready for anything. Oh, look at that. Darreau boeuf darreau. It's retained its shape. It has that nice texture. The fur is just sizzling soft. That's beautiful. And the asparagus is so beautiful. It frames the boeuf very well. Ah. This is why we cook. Because it makes life beautiful. Makes it work. Come in. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Look at the boeuf darreau. Isn't it beautiful? Okay. Okay.